You think he's married to Zelda? He acts so highly of her. A guy like him. He's well collected. Acts like he's always on duty. It's got to be the princess herself. He would have to at the very least be a noble for that. Besides, he came from nothing, even more so than the rest of us. Sure, he could, if they love him enough. They'll slap on every sort of title to his name. Sir, Lord, Master, it's all about who you know and who you impress. Want to bet? Why you think otherwise? He's seen the world travel in tenfold. I think he realized happiness is found in the simple life, not fame and glory or any sort of title. I bet he's a simple nobody from a nowhere place. Well, I guess it's a bet then.
I recognize these woods. What's wrong? Why don't we take a detour?
Okay, you said a detour. Where exactly is this? You've been awfully cheerful.
Have I? Well, you could say this place is feeling a lot like home. Speaking of,
You're back. It's not Zelda. Pay up. Cheater, you somehow knew?
I would have never guessed. So there she is.
I can't believe it. It's really her.
Everyone, this is my wife, Malon.
My husband has told me about you boys in his letters. It's a pleasure finally to meet you all. Welcome to Lon Lon Ranch. No matter how different our lives are at home, still feels like home.
This beats a castle any day.
I'll say, I swear, I think I have the same cabinet. Well, look at that. You were right, dear. They're definitely all their own persons.
I'd introduce you, but you already know our name.
Well, you look like a respectable knight in shining armor. Oh, I like her already. That's the last thing you needed to hear. That's more I like it. A strong boy like you couldn't grow like this at no Castletown. Spirit of a hero, blood of a knight. But this one's got the build of a farmer. Yes, actually. Oh, is this one as young as you were when you started, dear?
I set out when I was 12. Now I'm almost 14.
My mistake, young man. I hate to think you boys have gone through as much as my husband. I guess it comes with the job. So I've heard. Well, there we have it.
By the way, where's your father?
Delivering in town. You know him? He'll take his time, so I'm happy we have this many guests. I hope you boys can settle in for a few days. We don't have high-class luxury, but Lon Lon Ranch is the perfect place to relax. Anything I can help with? Any chores need to be taken care of? I'm familiar with farm work. That's mighty decent of you.
Why, yes. In fact, they can all pitch in and help around the ranch.
Now, dear, they're our guests.
Nonsense. We've got 8 young men and boys with nothing better to do.
Well, alright, in that case, I plan a big dinner.
Here she is. She's had a few falls through the years, just as wild-spirited as she is. But now she just takes it easy. Isn't that right, old girl?
I've got a bag of rubies here for anyone willing to handle chocos.
You think I'm stupid?
Those are my rubies, not to be used to kill someone. Come on, I know you can do it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, just stop. I'll do it. I love these tiny birds. What? You afraid? How did you just grab him without attacking him? There is no way he could do it without attacking him. You'd at least have to attack him a little bit.
Oh, fairies?
We keep several bowls of sugar water around for them.
Do you collect them?
No, we're looking for one in particular. It seems impossible without closure. We will always hold on to hope. Maybe one day.
Wow, I hope you find her.
Anyone who mistreats horses will feel my wrath. I only jest.
Darling, we both know you're not joking.
Oh, who asked you?
Almost done. Maybe one more heat and it should be ready. It's okay. I can do this. It's totally...
I don't make deals with cheaters. What did you just say? You made a deal with me already knowing you got it exactly. Oh, here, I thought you were trying to pick a fight, not be a sore loser. Listen, I guessed fair and square. If it makes your delicate hurt feelings any better, I admit I was wrong in a sense. Pray tell. I wasn't expecting a guy like him to have a wife like her. You're being serious? Were you that surprised by her? Strong, spirited, passionate, that singing voice. And do not to mention a redhead. How a grumpy guy like him ended up with such a sweet woman like her. A real mystery. So yes, I'm surprised that he has good taste. How sweet. I'll tell him how much you think he isn't good enough for her. That's not what I said!
Alright, you've all done enough for today.
Really? You haven't worked us to the bone quite yet?
If you insist, there's plenty more to do.
Very funny. Well, much sooner than I expected. Make yourself comfortable. It will be a bit before dinner. Already done? I haven't even finished. We're short on space, but we have enough chairs.
That's fine, we'll manage.
if you don't mind me asking, how did you two meet? We met when we were only kids. I was separated from my father, and you know who came to my rescue?
You gave me a chicken to wake your father.
It worked though. Dad was practically running home.
Sure, he knew your temper. You were so much trouble, your father was practically willing to give you away.
And like the little fairy boy you were, you took that joke literally.
It worked though, didn't it?
What? You cook it?
What can I say? I never saw myself as a cook until I met these boys.
If you help, then something's gonna go wrong. Speaking of help, Bud has been looking for more hires on the ranch.
That's good.
He talked to his old friend Ingo.
What?
Now, don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't you start.
Ingo is an opportunist. I'm not letting this slide.
That's just looking for recommendation.
I don't want that man doing any business with your father.
He's just a retired old man.
That makes no difference. I know his true colors.
There you go again, you. No doubt you boys are all thinking about your own situations. You know, one link, you know all of them. I've come to understand your language of silence. When it comes to finding the right one, none of you are pushovers. I'm sure you'll find a gal with a little sass. You're all attracted to that spark. It's like our boys love a battle or something. Oops, I left that there.
Well, can't say I didn't try.
What did I say? Looks like I won that battle.
You're right. But let me congratulate your victory.
No, don't you dare! No, go clean up! Oh, you're terrible. You know, he's found a normal life despite everything he has been through. Sounds like that's what you want too. Well, I don't know, but I bought a house. It's fixed up real nice. A house? No thanks. Life on the road for me. Well, sure, not now, but what about when you get older? I'll be sure. And remember that, when I'm 117.
Shh, guys. Not sure how much Malon knows.
No need to beat around the bush. I'm familiar with that sort. I do mean all sorts of oddities. Ivan has confided in me the darkest corners of his adventure. I'm fully aware of all of that. No doubt I know more than you all.
Try us.
Well, for one thing, I know how old he is. I know his age on the inside.
Really? Tell us.
No way, he'll be upset. I can handle his silence. Not that sort of silence.
Well, we guess 60.
60? Oh my, no, not 60.
By that reaction, we were way off. Oh, you're wrong.
You were too. Ah, I thought for 4.
I'm guessing older. Older? Really?
By the way, I want to ask about that ring.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Everyone says it. It's such a simple ring for a hero to get his gal.
But the ring he proposed with was a bit much for a simple farm girl like me. We settled on something more modest. It may look simple, but it's a powerful protection ring. Well, I should have figured as much.
Well, we've never had so many guests at once. It's a bit cozy, but I've seen you boys put up with worse.
You kidding? This is perfect.
You and Malon have been so hospitable. Now then, there is a conversation we've been putting off for some time now.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I was starting to think the guy could barely lighten up, but he's a different person here.
Wonder what that was about.
They always have private conversations. It's nothing new.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
From what we've come to know of each other, we are in fact related, not only by spirit but by blood. Do you have any doubt?
No, without a doubt.
So intense. It was just a question. Calm down.
I am calm.
I just wanted to hear you confirm, because I should tell you, Malon does know.
What?
However, she doesn't know which one of you boys is the descendant. I've had her guessing all day. Not even a hint.
This better not be a joke.
I don't think she figured it out.
Huh? Oh, I just knew it. Let me get a good look at you. You're fortunate you don't have his nose.
That's a shame, really.
Actually, you look as different as the others. Just how big is this family tree?
Well, we can't say for certain, but it must be many generations because any heroic deeds have obscured into ancient legends. It'd take centuries to water down that red hair.
That means our little ones will have families of their own, and that them after all. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. And you're both risking our lives up there? Oh, I can't think of all the times you came home beaten and bleeding. If that ever happens to our boy here.
Darling, there are 9 of us.
See, you laugh because you know it's true.
Darling, you should see him on the battlefield. I'm so proud.
That's what I'm afraid of. If he and the boys have your same spirit, or however that is, I'm already worried sick. You're in danger if you took your best gear.
a little help here.
Rest assured, I've held my own well enough. Oh?
Yes, have a seat.
I want to hear what he has to say, but this conversation is not over. Oh, I wish Father was here to meet him.
Yeah, Talon doesn't ever believe half the stuff I tell him.
Oh, that's not true. He loves to hear about your travels.
No, he loves to humor me.
That was a long conversation, was it? So what was that about?
I'm so proud.
Nothing really.
The kings of Hyrule are good men.
I never said he was a bad king. I said no one likes a tyrant.
He's not a tyrant. None of the kings of Hyrule are tyrants.
I'm not questioning. Well, you're still very young. I don't expect you to understand. Just don't think of a king as some perfect figure in power.
Of course not, but it sounds like that's what you expect. Haven't you ever made a wrong decision? Regretted it? Failed? Just look at us. Countless times the kings have failed because of Ganon. It takes the strength of a king to admit failure. So they depend on us and the princess to save...
I know, to save Hyrule.
No, not Hyrule. A future. Hyrule can be destroyed, but hope for a future is all any good king wants. Hyrule is nothing without that, and the kings know that. Long live the king of Hyrule! Whoa, settle down now. What's all the yelling for?
The future, huh? I suppose that's what we were all fighting for.